Good morning, good morning, good morning. Give me just a second. Fix this. That goes away. Oh. Let me take off my big hoodie so you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh my goodness, that would be helpful. All right, y'all. So I was asked the other day, do I have to have 2 chairs? Do I have to have all the setup? No, you don't. If you're able to do some of this stuff and find your own balance, even though I'm throwing you off balance with some of it, go for it because it just makes your core stronger. I'm giving you options. So if you're feeling a little off kilter, like you can still do the workout. I think that's where people get a little, I don't want to say confused, but feel like it's a handicap, right? It's like, oh, you can't do the workout. I can do all these workouts standing up, laying down, whatever. But I kind of like when I can stand up and not have to worry about balance so much and actually get into the move and not feel like I'm falling over, right? So anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's what I got for you this morning. How about that? We are going to do a little more standing today. It's just easier when I'm teaching if I have 2 chairs and I can just go from one side to the other without having to stop so much. All right, so we're going to do a little warm up because it's still cold outside. It's still February, right? I'm going to do some leg swings out and through, out and through. That's it. Just nice and easy, opening up those hips. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. I'm going to step the other way and leg swing through. Just loosening up the hips. Let them wake up. We've been in bed. I'm hoping more than 6 hours. Good, okay. You can do it. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Get up, let's move. Let's do 3 more, 2 more. Last one. Nice. We're going to go front, back, front, back, front, back. So be careful not to arch, right? I'm not looking to arch. I want to open up the hip flexor. Nice and easy. My foot is flexed, by the way. I'm just letting it swing. Wherever it goes, it goes. And 4, 3, 2. And again, you should have your hips and quads and all that stuff are like going, hey, wait a minute, we're working. Yeah, all right, we're warming up, we're waking up. Pull your abs in nice and tall through the torso. All the good stuff, just front and back. The foot is flexed. 4, 3, 2, last one. So your hip joints should feel a little bit warm and loosened up, right? So you should be able to shake. All right, if you need to use the back of the chair, feel free. I feel pretty good about going hands down, nice flat back. So be careful not to pop, right, or round too much. Nice, easy. Put your navel in. We're going to do some elephant walks. Now, if you have sciatica, like I do, like that, One side's gonna be like, oh my gosh, and the other side's like, which problem? So we're gonna do them until you can work through your sciatica just a little. And I'm not agitating them. I'm just wanting, how do I say this? I'm not going to pain. I'm not like, oh, there it is. I'm going to the edge and going, okay, that was better. Now I can go a little further. Elephant walks are great. They're just starting to lengthen out the back of the leg. One more, and come up. So when I started that very first one, I had pain shoot clear up, and I was like, oh, that was too much, right? And now I will call it an extremely dull ache, right? It's just letting that nerve be able to slide through the shaft, right? Does that make sense? If it adheres and the muscle's tight and all that good stuff, it's squeezing the heck out of that sciatic nerve, and it's mad. And it doesn't want to move. And then as soon as you move, it pulls and you go, oh my gosh, right? Well, some of us might say it's worse days, but you get the drift. I want to start here. Good morning. Side of your chair, toes pointed back. Now, you can see that I'm not extending too far. Like I still have an angle at my hip joint. I'm just gonna wobble. Wobble that leg to and fro, side to side, whatever you need to call it, right? Again, loosening up the hip joint. Awesome. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna stay on this leg for a moment, and we're just gonna bring it to the front. Now, I'm still kind of loose from the chair with my right glute. Nice and tall. Open. Open. And I'm holding on to the back of the chair, so I don't have to think about, oh, you're gonna fall out, right? My head weights over the leg in the chair, the hip in the chair. And I'm just opening and closing. Abs are in. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna go ahead and go to the other side. Again, glutes kind of hanging off, toes back, and we're just gonna wobble, wobble, wobble. Abs are in, nice and tall. And again, add a little bit of an angle to my hip joint, right? Is it ready to straighten? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just moving. And let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. And again, bring the leg forward, sitting up nice and tall, open and close. And I'm really concentrating about keeping the shoulder forward. So I don't want it to open up. And I have to tell you that arm hanging on, that bicep is working, my shoulders back and down. Open and close, open and close. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Go ahead and stand up for me. So I keep doing a hip check, right? Does it feel better, right? Do you feel like you could do it even if you couldn't do it before, right? All this stuff. Just getting low back, hips, all the way, hip flexors. I'm actually going to do a stretch versus a mobility movement. I'm going to put my knee in the chair. Most of my weight is on my standing leg. My knee is in the back of the chair. And again, I'm standing over the standing leg. I'm going to push my hip, tuck my tush, and find that hip flexor stretch for just a minute. And I'm really kind of trying to concentrate not to bow, right? Pull the ribs in and tuck. There's the difference from this to this, right? I'm not doing any more of a stretch than this. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to place that knee in the back of the chair. Most of my weight is on my standing leg. And again, I'm going to keep everything here, and I'm just going to tuck my tush and feel my hip flexor. A smidgen quad, not a lot, just a smidge. I wore leather clothes today. I remembered for the first time in forever. And I have more lighting on. Usually I don't have the fan lights on, but it feels actually pretty warm in here today. Nice. And come back. Run back to those elephant walks. Now, this is kind of a test to see where we're at, right, with the hamstrings. So again, my hips are over my heels. My knees are still a little bit, but not crazy, okay? And again, elephant walk, see where you're at. Pull your navel up and in. Do you have much of a hamstring stretch? If you have sciatica, is it still yelling at you? Or is it kind of a dull, Or it could be a whisper, but who knows? And 4, 3, 2, last one. And nice and easy, come up. So again, it's amazing what our body does as we age. I'm not liking it so much, but do I have a choice? No. Can I work on it? Absolutely. Why? Because we are worth it, right? I'm gonna flip the chair. I'm gonna do a modified pigeon pose. So, I like the pigeon pose for a lot of reasons, but not all of us can do it properly because we're just not that flexible, right? Some people are genetically, I just forgot what I said. Some people can stretch easier than others just because of genetics. It's like, forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna bring the chair over just a little bit more. Because I want to have this leg back, right? Either leg is in front of me and at a very open angle. That's where I'm going to start. Now, if you feel like you're not centered enough or whatever, fix the chair. I feel okay with where I'm at. So I just wanted to go forward, come back, forward, come back. So I'm not thinking going to my leg. I'm thinking about going to the back of the chair. My leg is just hanging out, by the way. I'm just concentrating on the leg in the chair. Actually, I have a little ankle stretch, which is kind of interesting too. One more here. We're going to take your opposite hand and reach for the corner of the chair. Ready? So reach for the corner. Reach for the corner. That's it. And yep, you see the lean. But I'm really focusing on trying to keep my back flat. So I don't want to go here. Because yes, I can go further. Is it helping me? No. Kind of. Whatever. But that's not what we're doing, right? Over. And over. Let's do one more here. Bring the foot up. I'm just going to hang out for just a minute. Now, I'm still toning my abs, right? If my back is stretching, my abs should be working. If I let my abs go, gravity is going to pull, and then my back is working instead of stretching. And we're going to switch sides. I'm going to move the chair over. And you're like, these chairs are a hassle. They are very helpful, though, I have to tell you. You're going to see the difference. Like, my knee is super high right now. Woo. Like, it's a little bitey. The other foot I was able to point my toe back. This one, I need a little more support, so my toes curl under. It's okay. Do what you need to do. to get through. That's it. That's all I have right now. So when I talk about sciatic issues, this is the difference. The other one, I was like almost to the back of the chair. This one says, nope, not yet. So again, we have to work through these nice and easy. I don't want to go to pain. Pain makes me guard and tighten up, right? Just let that nerve floss a little bit. Let's go one more. And again, opposite hand. I'm going to give myself some support. I don't want to have to think about tightening up too much to stay balanced or in the chair. Reach. Find the rotation. Find the rotation. Anytime we rotate, it's functional fitness. This is something that we lose as we age. I talk about as we age a lot. Because if I can get you started earlier, right, aging will be a little easier. I hate saying it that way. But after watching my dad sit forever, go one more please, and all the struggles he had, I don't want to go lightly into aging, right? It's really not that pretty of a sight. All right, so straddle position. I'm not in a big straddle. Excuse me. I'm trying to make sure my knees are stacked over my feet, right? Nice and tall. Now, it's real easy to want to come in and squeeze the chair. I want you to think, push your knees away from the chair so there's space, right? We're gonna just tap the chair and come back. Tap the chair and come back. So if you have ever been around anyone that does not take care of themselves, and you see how sick they get, right? Whether it's diabetes, heart disease, immune problems, whatever, and they opt to sit and do nothing for themselves. It's not pretty. Go one more. We're gonna reach opposites, opposite, opposite. So again, find the rotation. Abs are in. Now this is not a huge rotation. So my folks that are worried about osteoporosis in their spine and all that, this is not a huge rotation. Go straight forward. You should feel like you can stay in a flat back and go further down. Again, I'm keeping my knees away from the chair. One more forward, here we go. Cross, cross, cross. You should feel like you can get a little further. I am squeezing the legs of the chair with my feet, by the way. My knees are staying out, so my glutes are active. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and stand up, grab a drink. Ooh, ooh, there's the hips. All right. So back down. That pigeon pose we did earlier. There we go. Place the leg in a chair. Now, I'm scooting to the front of the chair. I have more of an angle on this knee. And as you can see, my hip is still tight because the knee is still pretty high. Not too bad. I'm leaving my other leg in a neutral position instead of swinging it back right now. I want to reach. Now, think about your tailbone for just a minute. push it down. And I know it looks like my shoulders are up, but that's what it looks like when my shoulders are up. Pull your abs up and in. Feel the lengthening. We're gonna take your right hand to the chair. This is just for support, right? We're gonna take your left hand, we're going to touch over, come up, touch over, come up. It should increase, right, the movement in your hip. It should feel like it's pushing back, push back. Let's do 2 more. Last one, and come up. We're gonna switch. Let's see where this one's at today. This knee is super high compared to the other one. Okay. Again, we just have to work with what we have. That's all we got. That's all we got. All right, here we go. Definitely a difference. I can't even do it with the flat back touching the chair yet. If you're having trouble with one side or the other, take a breath. Exhale. Relax. Let it hold for a second. Take a breath. And relax. Now I can touch the chair. Sometimes the breathing technique works amazing, right? We're going to slide the hand down just for support. We're going to tap, come up, tap, come up, tap, up. Waking up the upper back. 4, 3, we thought this was a good thing. 2, 1 more, it kind of is. 1, and come up, bring up the go. I'm going to put the back of my heels on the inside track of the chair in front of me. So I have a little bit more turnout. And it's easier to keep my knees in alignment that way. I can't cheat. Nice and tall. We're gonna start here. Nice front back. Want to slide out just a little more. I'm thinking about pushing my armpits towards the chair. Breathing through it, trying to stretch into your back a little bit more. Hands on the back, brush yourself up. And again, I try not to just flop around, right? I move with purpose. I'm going to slide over and down the leg and come up. Let's do the other side. Slide over and come up. Slide over and come up. Pull your abs in. Couple more. Nice job. All right. Move the chair out just a little bit. Slide over to the side of the chair again. I'm going to sit in the back of the chair this time. So I'm actually blocking my knee, so it can't go anywhere. I'm gonna sit back for just a minute, so you can tell that I've got a lean going on, right? I'm using my other arm just to kind of make sure in the chair, not thinking about it too much. So here we go. We're gonna wiggle this foot. By the way, I'm pulling my abs in. I'm just wiggling until I get a little bit more stretch here in that stiff flexor. Now, tuck your tush. I know it's hard to see, but I really am taking my tush forward so I can find that hip flexor stretch a little bit more. Excuse me. Come up. I have my hand clipped underneath the chair, pointing the toe. And again, find the hip flexor. Now, open up. Hold. This is a crescent lunge, by the way, in yoga. I think they're fabulous. And bring it forward. Like to the side. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna mess with it. It's just a flex foot, nothing crazy. And come forward. Woo, hello. Relax your hips. The reason I have this blocked is because my knees wanting to fall off to the right. I feel a stretch on my left inner thigh, but I feel my right hip. And come up, we're gonna switch sides. Now you can see the other side. So again, my toes are curled under to start with. I'm in the back of the chair, I'm just leaning back. And again, I'm going to tuck the tush. One side's always easier than the other, right? And again, I'm just blocking it with my arms so I don't have to work so hard on balance. Tuck your tush. Find that hip flexor stretch on that right hip. You might even feel it down in your quad, depending on how flexible your hip flexors are. I do this every single day. And you would think I'd be like super duper flexible, but I'm 57 now. These tighten up much quicker than what they used to. It's amazing to me. All right, and sit up. When you point your foot back. And I get a little deeper stretch, which is quiet and lovely. Just opening things up. And if you're good with this side, you can rotate and get a deeper stretch or whatever you need. I use my arms a lot when I'm stretching lower body. I want my lower body to relax. Take the foot out. And I intentionally reset myself before I started. My foot is flexed over here on the right. It's just out to the side. I'm just going to come forward. I'm using my left elbow to make sure my left knee leg doesn't want to go to the side. Take a breath. Exhale. That cossack squat that some of us cannot get down into because we're just not there yet. This is a nice way to get there, right? Going, oh, my joints can move. Relaxing into it. And come up. Bring that knee back out. I want to stand up for just a minute. Move my hips. And again, it's quite amazing how tight our hips get. Quite amazing. I'm going to speed this up just a tad bit. Look good, right leg. My toes are turned up, and these are definitely soft, right? Right now I'm leaning back, going, okay, this isn't bad, right? You're going to sit up nice and tall, grab underneath. Tuck your chin around your spine. I'm holding on to the chair, take a breath. Pull yourself forward. Oh my goodness, and relax. Pull yourself forward. And relax. One more. Pull yourself forward. Relax. Pull yourself forward. And relax. Over the top. Reaching over the left foot. And I'm very rounded here. And the other side. This is all for my back and not my hamstrings or hips. Yes, you can feel it down there, but it's more about my spine. Right down the center. Can you touch your toes? Spread your shoulder blades apart. And come up nice and easy. Feet are in the chair. Now, if we would have started here, I would have been in super duper pain. I have a pull, but it's not painful. Abs are in, sit nice and tall, reach. So for my folks, they cannot get on the floor, right? Chairs are a great option, right? So make sure your tush is in the back of the chair. And reach, here's your back bend. Your navel go, right? Pull your navel in. I'm just going to do a snow angel. Palms are facing the ceiling. I'm going to round through, palms face the chair, come up, palms face the ceiling. Full rotation in the shoulder joint. Keep your feet parallel to each other. Don't let them toe out. Pull your abs up again. Just opening up the chest nice and easy. Your shoulders might be creaking and popping. It's okay. We're just loosening things up. All right, we're going to take the right arm up and over. Support yourself with the left. Now, my right arm's over, but my right hip is sinking into the chair. I'm going to float the arm around, over, and up. Around, over, and up. So, what am I getting? I'm getting my side. I'm getting, oh my gosh, my hips, my hamstrings, and my calves, all at the same time. Let's do one more. And down. Plant it, take it over, hold. Find the stretch first for your abs. And again, we're going to sweep across and up. It should feel just a smidge different, right? Like this side doesn't bite me nearly as much as when I'm the other way. Let's do one more, please. Awesome. Go ahead and stand up. Shake things out. You should feel like you're ready for the day now. Like the hips are a little more loose, right? You can move them. You can sit into them without going, oh, feeling like you're 98. Right? Some days I wake up feeling 98, but by the time I'm done, I'm about 43. Those are pretty good odds, right? Got it? Don't stop moving. Just don't stop moving. That's when we start aging. You keep your body active throughout the day. Now, I'm not saying 24/7. I'm just saying throughout the day. Eat healthy. Be normal. Have a great day.